if I were the moderator, I have 5 questions for Biden and 5 questions for Trump that I would ask. And I'm going to pose them so that you can comment. Bill@BillO'Reilly.com, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com. And tomorrow I'll read a lot of your mail about the questions. And if you have a question, you can send it to me. I never have moderated a debate. Now, at one point when I was at Fox News, I said to Roger Ailes, the guy in charge, I said, look, if you put me up to moderate the debate between Romney and Obama, you'll get record ratings. You know it and I know it. It'll be a totally different extravaganza because I'm going to hold both candidates accountable for what they say. I'm not going to let them dodge, weave, evade. That's not going to happen. So why don't you let me moderate that debate? Here was the answer. Fox News would like to have more debates in the future, O'Reilly. So we're not letting you debate. And he was right. He was absolutely right, because I would go in and I would interview those people like I interview everybody. I'm not going to, let them say something isn't true or not answer a question. So it would be much more intense. And the political game is, obviously, the networks derive huge amount of money and viewership from these debates. And Fox wanted to have debates. So if you look at the Fox moderators, they're not confrontational people like I am. And I understood. I wasn't mad, by the way. I kind of laughed. And I said, all right, I understand your point. All right, let's get to the questions. So here are the questions I would ask Joe Biden. I would ask him more than this, but here are the top 5. The first one for President Biden: your open border policy, Mr. President, has cost the U.S. taxpayer an estimated $151 billion and led to millions of foreign nationals living here unsupervised. And that's according to the Federation for American Immigration Reform. Why did you change immigration policy that resulted in those very troubling statistics? Okay. Now, Biden can't deny the question. It's in stone. It's $151 billion taxpayer dollars at least. Cities hemorrhaging money. Gone. Up to 10 million foreign nationals here since Biden's been in. And we don't even know about the guy that snuck across, got away. All right. So Biden would have to answer why he opened the border. But I wouldn't say, why did you open the border? Because then he would say, I didn't open the border's secure. And then it's just a merry-go-round, just go around in circles. Second question: the cost of essentials of life for the working American in your administration is more than 17%. Food prices up 21%. Can you explain that? All right, very simple. Stats are in stone. He can't deny it. Can you explain it? Now, he'd probably blame COVID and all of that, but all right. But under Trump, and this is my follow-up, he had COVID too. You didn't have anything like that. Okay, third question. When the United States left Afghanistan, your administration abandoned $7 billion worth of American weapons to the Taliban, according to the Department of Defense. Why did you allow that? Very simple. Why'd you allow it? Got to answer it, right? Fifth question. Were you surprised when special counsel Robert Hur, in the documents case, said in his report, wrote it down, that you, the President of the United States, present as a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory? Does Mr. Hur describe you accurately? There you go. And he'll go, no. And then you follow up, well, why would he put it in there? So those are the 5 for Biden. Here. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped number 4. My producer just yelled at me in my ear. See, I present as an old, doddering man. All right, here's 4. You and your wife, Mr. President, have refinanced the mortgages on 2 Delaware homes to the tune of $6 million. Why? Whoa! We reported that last night. He refinanced $6 million worth of mortgage. Why? He'd probably go, I'm not answering that, but it's got to be asked. All right, here's Trump. I promise I'll get all 5 of them in. Number 1, Donald Trump. There have been no successful federal prosecutions of voter fraud in 2020. Why do you think that is? Right? Goes right to the heart of the election. Number 2, in the 4 years of your administration, Mr. Trump, the national debt increased almost $8 trillion, according to the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. Why? Now there, Trump's going to fall back on COVID too, just like Biden will in inflation, but $8 trillion is a lot of money. Third question, what exactly would you do, Donald Trump, to stop the fighting in Ukraine? Very specifically, what would you do? Now, Trump's usual answer is, well, I'm not going to tell you because then Putin would know. I don't know in this case if voters are going to buy that. Number 4, how exactly would you deport millions of undocumented aliens when the federal courts would likely block your attempts to do so, which they absolutely would? So how are you going to do it? But Trump says he's going to, day one, the massive deportation, biggest in history, courts are going to slap an injunction on it going, no, you can't. Because of due process. I'd like to hear Trump's answer to that. Number 5, can you explain what your executive order will be on day 1 to fix the border? What will the EO say? There you go. All right. So I think those 10 questions are pretty tough, right? Wouldn't you like to hear the answers to all of those? Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.